On a scale of 1 to 10, how badly do I not want to get in? People always ask me, how cold should the cold plunge be or the cold shower, and how long should I stay in? And it's so variable depending on the person, the time of day. Obviously, only do what's safe, right? So don't go so cold that you can get a cardiovascular effect that's not good. But it's very simple, actually. If you want it to translate into the real world in the best way, you ask yourself right before you get in, on a scale of 1 to 10, how badly do I not want to get in? And I would say that if it's 5 to 10, well, that's a wall. If it's anywhere in the 5, that's one wall you have to get over. So then you get in. And then at some point, there will be the desire to get out. That's the second wall. Maybe it comes within 5 seconds. Maybe it comes within 20 seconds. That's the second wall. So what I would do is count walls. What are the quote unquote walls? The walls are waves of adrenaline being released into your body. And sometimes they are very close together, those waves, and sometimes they're more distantly spaced apart. Now, of course, at some point you go numb and then you don't feel them anymore. We don't suggest that. But if you think to yourself, gosh, today I really don't want to get in, that wall is a really tall wall. Well, just getting in for 15, 20 seconds is going to accomplish something meaningful for this anterior mid-cingulate cortex. It's going to accomplish something meaningful for the adrenaline release that you're going to experience. So it's less about the temperature. I mean, obviously the temperature plays a role than it is your kind of subjective relationship to the whole thing. For instance, if you do cold exposure at night when you're tired, it's a far and away different experience than in the morning after going for a run and you're too warm. So I can't say 45 degrees Fahrenheit for 90 seconds, although if you want to start there, that's fine, provided it's safe for you. But as you watch these walls of adrenaline come at you, as it were, pay attention to what they feel like. That's what you'll recognize outside the ice bath in a hard conversation.
That's what
That it's not that you can make yourself so resilient that your adrenaline system doesn't work.
Correct.
It's that you learn to recognize the state of having adrenaline in your system and staying calm. And then I actually had this happen the other day. I was in a really hard conversation, something first thing in the morning. It was like, wait, what? Seriously? Misunderstanding, hard conversation. And I remember, here we are, our voices are going up. We weren't yelling, but like it was a peaceful morning until that moment. And you could kind of feel the energy in the room going up. And I was thinking to myself, okay, how am I? And I thought, oh, this is like a wall in the thing. And I said, because we have this language at home, I said, I feel like there's a wall of adrenaline hitting us. Whether we both kind of started laughing, and then we kind of reverted to what we were doing, and then we calmed down. And, we talk about taking breaks, and that's wonderful. It's a wonderful tool that you talked about in your book on relationships. There's so many valuable tools in there, by the way. Just thank you for writing that book. So valuable. But noticing those walls of adrenaline and realizing that when we're in those adrenaline-filled states, our cognition is shifted. We don't have solutions that we had 5 minutes ago. So learning to watch those pass in the cold plunge, in the cold shower, on a hard run or whatever it is, but the cold seems to be the universal stressful stimulus for everybody, is so valuable, more than marking off 15 minutes or 5 minutes in the cold plunge. And some days it's 15 seconds, sometimes it's 30. And for somebody learning the cold plunge, it's like, hey, can you just even get near the thing or in it? And I think there's real value there.